substantive motion is a 5% reduction and the amended version is to freeze council tax. So starting again with Councillor Anderson.
Against the amendment.
Asher.
Again.
Austin.
Against.
Bannister.
For the amendment.
Bateman.
For the amendment.
Beadle.
Against.
Birch.
Against.
Bremner.
For.
Burrell.
Against.
Dan.
For.
Elliott.
Against.
Finan.
Abstain.
Foreman.
Against.
Gare.
Against.
Galton.
Against.
Grafton Reid.
For the amendment.
Graves.
Against.
Pollock.
For.
James.
Against the amendment.
King.
For.
Knight.
Against.
Knowles.
Against.
Mahal.
For.
Moda. 4. None.
For.
David Page.
For.
Rosita Page. Rickman.
For the amendment.
Sarfas.
Against.
Scott.
For the amendment.
Taylor.
Against.
Wellband.
For.
Woodowis.
Against.
Worrell.
For.
So that was 16 votes in favour, 17 against with an abstention. So that element of the amendment was not carried. So we will just be confirming in a moment, whilst the substantive debate resumes, if you're happy with that, Chairman, what councillors will then vote on as part of the substantive amendments.
Just have a short break while we just consider the new
Yes,
thing that we are.
yes, I'm
Basically,
quite
it's
well.
5 minutes should be very-
Give everyone a short break.
Thank you very much.
I agree with that, councillors. 10 minutes, councillor King?
Yeah, through you, Chair. Would Leah be able to supply us with what this looks like?
we take our seats, we will continue. And will you will in a minute. We're away again. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. And I'm just going to ask Leah to clarify exactly where we are, so we're absolutely clear. And I will allow members to speak, particularly those members who've not spoken yet. It would be nice to hear from them if you want to, but I do want to limit the time really to 2.5 minutes, I think, please, Leah. I can't do that. How many minutes then? It's 5, wasn't it, before? We should be 5, yeah? Right, 5 minutes then. Okay, we encourage members who haven't spoken to have your say. You've got the opportunity now. So Leah's going to clarify where we're going now, and then we'll open up the discussion again. Thank you, Leah.
Thank you, Chairman. So just to confirm, the revised substantive motion in effect is what's up on the wall. So the first recommendation, the expenditure recommendations, become subject to the amendments agreed by council. So rather than detailing it and spelling it all out, the council tax substantive motion does not change, neither does special expenses. And then the third recommendation, which is on officer delegations, would have an additional delegation to incorporate the amendments agreed by council. So that gives Clive the authority, or section 151 officer, the authority to incorporate amendments already agreed. So that will be the substantive motion that we will vote on later. We, as the chairman's just said, will have the substantive debate. Councillors Beadle, Asher and Woodworth had already indicated they want to speak on the substantive motion when Councillor King did, so they get first preference. And then once we've done the debate, Councillor Knight gets his right to reply. We then have 2 votes, as we did before, one on the expenditure, one on council tax and delegations. Thanks, Chairman.
Thank you very much for that, Leah. Okay, so we can open up the discussion. Let me just have a look here.
Yeah, that's it.
Councillor Paul Beadle will start the discussion again. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you. Yes, just on the substantive motion, I'll just keep it brief. Very disappointing that for this reckon amendment. Councillor King like to allude to what they'd been left by the previous administration, but what they did leave us was staff shortages across all the departments following the disastrous BC25. And what the budget tried to do was put in place support for our officers. And it's extremely disappointing that this now wrecks it and advocates removal of growth posts. So I'll be voting against.
Thank you, Councillor Beadle. Next on the list, I have Councillor Asher, please.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'll be voting against as well. Scrapping the rewilding project is just one of the reasons, and changing the community grants is another. The rewilding project has been very well received by members of the public. I actually think that the Conservatives have not read the room of the residents, and I think it's basically political suicide.
Thank you, Councillor Asher, and Councillor Woodworth, please.
Yeah, I'll be voting against as well. Basically what Joe just said. So I think you completely misjudged the temperature of the town with regards to the rewilding project. And I'm extremely disappointed in this. So I will be voting against.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll be voting for. These are a perfectly good set of proposals. On the rewilding subject, we haven't said no to it. We've said we're waiting for a business case. So I don't know what the argument is there. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Dan. Who do we have now? Someone say Councillor King. Yeah, Councillor King. Yeah, okay. Councillor King.
Thanks, Chairman. Look, I'm not going to go on too long. And I'm sure you, Chairman,
Please.
is there going to carry on being a sideshow here, Chairman?
No, I don't want that. You carry on, please.
Well, thank you.
Councillor King.
So this has never been for me about scoring personal points, but it does seem to be some members want to try and do that when I haven't got a right of reply. So I'm not going to go through all those personal attacks, which at the end of the day, I was only, council is a big operation. I mean, there's lots of people involved. So what we have by the amendments being accepted, the spending amendments being accepted, that has, in our view, strengthened the budget, has improved resilience, and it does ensure that spending aligns with visible priorities for our residents. Obviously, we would have preferred to freeze council tax because we believe that would have improved stability whilst, and again, strengthen the council's structural position at a time of uncertainty. But additional investment in fly tipping, improving street cleansing will deliver practical improvements that residents will see. Reducing bulky waste charges, which the amount is detailed in our amendments, supports lawful disposal and cleaner communities. Investment in disabled play equipment reinforces inclusion. Strengthening neighbourhood planning support and ward level grants, making the changes to ward level grants, empowers local communities and ensures fairness across all wards, not just the chosen few. Redirecting capital funding towards hospitality business supports jobs, town centres and economic resilience. These are sensible measures and they will improve sustainability. They improve delivery and they prepare the council for the uncertainties, repeat again, that remain around local government reorganisation. We do believe these are constructive amendments. They do strengthen the budget, they do benefit residents and that they should be supported. This is a positive outcome for this council and for the district. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Councillor King. Do we have any others? Oh, okay. Councillor Rose Foreman. Thank you, Councillor Foreman.
Thank you. So I didn't speak before because I didn't want to speak on the amendment as such as speak on the council tax reduction proposed originally. So I'm just going to say my bit on that for now. I personally don't agree with the decrease in the council tax. I think £9.16 to those who are fortunate enough to live in a Band D property is nothing. It's pennies in their pockets, and it equates to £588,000 loss of income, potential loss, which over 3 years is £3.6 million. It was said that this £9 would go to all the households in the district, but actually the people it won't help are families fleeing domestic abuse. People would have no homes, and children who have no shoes for school, etc. I don't want to see that money go into the bank, as been said by some members in the council tonight. I don't want our council to have 3.6 million extra pounds in the bank. I want that money to be spent on people that need it and people in the district that don't have the means to even pay their council tax in the first place. So for that reason, I disagree on this point. However, I am also going to speak on the amendment now as well, and the things that have come to light. There was some speak on the rewilding project and how it hasn't been scientifically thought through. I'm not sure if the councillors think that just the harbour officers have been working on this, who are very well qualified, I must say anyway, but actually partner organisations I can see here on the council website include the Wildlife Trust, Anglican Water, East Mercia Rivers Trust, the Environment Agency, Forestry Commission and Natural England. So I think there is quite a lot of scientific research and expertise that have already gone into this and would be really beneficial. I think the loss of this money is outrageous. It's disappointing and it won't see this vision come to light. And I'm very disappointed in that.
Thank you very much for that, Councillor Foreman. And I now have Councillor Anderson who would like to speak.
Yeah, just seeing as Councillor Foreman raised council tax, I'm actually pleased the reduction is still on the table. We had ample opportunity to review this at scrutiny, and I did so independently, and I raised my concerns at that time. In fact, I probably gave Councillor Knight and the leader a bit of a grilling. But I inherently believe that we are actually being squeezed when it comes to income tax thresholds being frozen, bills soaring, and wages unable to catch up. Therefore, I'm pleased that it's still on the table, just as I was willing to vote for the Conservative amendment. I believe 2024 is a similar proposal to reduce. So yes, I personally am happy that the reduction is still going ahead.
Thank you very much, Councillor Anderson. Do we have any more speakers? Encouraging people to speak. Good debate. Councillor Knowles.
Yeah, Chairman, I did just say that I would reserve my right to speak. So if there's no one else to speak, then I will happily make some comments. But I just thought I'd remind you that I did when the motion was originally moved, so that I would reserve my comments. So I'll just take a little advice on that, please.
Yes, I did tend to let Councillor Knight have an opportunity to speak again.
That comes after.
After.
Yeah, he gets, Councillor Knight gets the final right.
Right, okay.
So
Shall we let Councillor Knowles can speak then, yeah? Okay, yeah, sorry about that, Councillor Knowles. Yeah, you can speak now, Councillor Knowles.
So I'm assuming, Chairman, there's no one else to speak. Only Councillor Knight after me. So
Yeah, I think
I've got to be quite honest and say that I'm quite sad this evening that we're standing here when we've got a scheme of national significance with this 1,000 acres that we would have had across the district. And I don't quite know where it leaves it now, because we're going to have to look at it. But I think that Councillor Asher made the point, and it was a good point. You know, how do we put this through when the funding's been removed? We've also had to restructure a number of the officer posts to deliver for our communities, because we were struggling as an authority to deliver. And we've identified some very important posts here to be put back in, to be put in, and those have now been removed as well. And I think that this is not an intervention to be celebrated. It's an intervention that I absolutely am really concerned about, because when you look at this, what has happened here is that these changes are untested. They haven't been through scrutiny. And I think Councillor Finnan spoke very well with what he said about scrutiny. Scrutiny gave us a grilling about this. There was a lot of things raised and a lot of things that we took on board. What we've ended up with tonight is we've ended up with this being put on the table, and suddenly now it's a substantive motion, has to include it. And I am deeply concerned as to where this leaves us on a lot of things across the district. You know, it was, for me, not the right way of doing things. This should have gone to scrutiny in the first place. You know, when you're doing something as substantial as this, and you're wiping out 600,000 pounds, as I said, I keep using the phrase about it being a scheme of national significance. You don't get His Majesty the King sanctioning trees planted in his name on something that is not regarded as being something very special. Our communities, hundreds and hundreds of volunteers who've come forward. The sheer excitement of people about the fact that the sister programme in Lutterworth is going to deliver so much over there. And suddenly tonight, almost at the stroke of a pen, we've ended up with something that could result in the loss of this. We're going to have to look very, very closely at how on earth this can be managed now. You know, we've looked at this. We've delivered the council depot facility availability through some pretty shrewd moves. We've actually delivered this on the back of it in the harbour end of things, and now suddenly the rug's been pulled out from underneath it, and we've got a real problem on our hands here as to quite how on earth we deliver this. And I think tomorrow morning there's going to be a lot of people in Harborough district who are going to be looking at what's going on here tonight, and they're not going to be very happy about it at all.
Thank you for that, Councillor Knowles. And if there's no other speakers, we have Councillor Sarpas, yeah? Sarpas.
So there's a problem.
If you could stand up, please, Councillor Sarpas.
There's a problem with this amendment that's been accepted. It'll be the Tories' fault. It won't be our fault on our budget. It'll be there. It'd be them, even though they'll claim that they've won, they've done something for the community, but they deliberately put up the money for Harbour District. Well done to the Tories.
Thank you, councillor Sarfas. Do we have any other comments from the council? No, no. I'm going to give councillor Knight the opportunity to respond, please.
Thank you, Chair. Needless to say, I'm extremely disappointed the way the vote went. That's local government. I guess that is democracy. But for me, the biggest loss is for the residents of Harbour District. A rewilding scheme, it's not a white elephant. It's not a money pit. This is about putting back to nature for the residents of the future. It's gone. You scrapped it. For me, it's just a political stunt at the great expense of our area for our future. You're going to lose officer roles, important roles, roles that were helping to deliver assets that we need to put back to our district councils, our town councils and parishes, those that want those assets, that want to take them back, officers that are doing great work that will again deliver for our residents. You're taking that away. That has a huge knock-on effect through all of the schemes we've done, the huge amount of work that has gone into this budget. So I am immensely sad, immensely disappointed. Money that was being put forward for other areas throughout the district, potentially gone. The community grant fund, that has been such a good thing for all of our communities. It has done so much good, and you've scrapped that as well. I can't believe you've actually done that. To scrap all of these things purely to put money in the bank. Purely to put money in the bank. No other reason that I can see. So yes, I will be voting against this substantive motion.
Thank you, councillor Knight. And I think we should now go for the vote. Where you go, Leah.
Thank you, Chairman. So again, we have to do this as a recorded votes session, members.
Please.
We will start with the votes on the expenditure proposals, and the vote will be the recommendations as stated on page 19 of the agenda, subject to the amendments previously agreed by council tonight. So to start with, councillor Anderson.
Against.
Asher.
Against.
Austin.
For.
Bannister.
For.
Bateman.
For.
Beadle.
Against.
Birch. Bremner.
For.
Burrell.
Against.
Dan.
For.
Elliott.
Against.
Bynum.
Against.
Foreman.
Against.
Gare.
Against.
Galton.
Against.
Grafton Reid.
For.
Graves.
For.
Pollock. James.
Against.
King.
For.
Knight.
Against.
Knowles.
Against.
Mahal.
For.
Moda.
For.
Nunn.
For.
David Page.
For.
Rosita Page. Rickman.
For.
Sarfas. Scott.
For.
Taylor. Wellband.
For.
Woodowis.
Against.
Worrell.
For.
So that's 18 votes in favour and 16 against, so that's carried, Chairman.
Thank you very much. Okay. Yes, we can go for the second vote now. Just remind us about the second vote.
Thank you, Chairman. So the second vote is on the council tax and the delegation to officers. So the council tax recommendation is unchanged from page 20 on your agenda, for the bandy equivalent to be £174.13. And special expenses is as set out on page 20. And then just to add to the officer recommendation, an additional delegation to incorporate the amendments agreed by council. So moving on to the votes. Councillor Anderson.
For the reduction.
Councillor Asher.
For.
Austin.
For.
Bannister.
Abstain.
Bateman.
Abstain.
Beadle.
For.
Birch. 4. Yep, thank you. Remner.
Against.
Burrell.
For.
Dan.
Abstain.
Elliott.
For.
Finan.
Abstain.
Foreman.
Abstain.
Gare.
For.
Galton.
For.
Grafton Reid.
Abstain.
Graves.
For.
Pollock.
Abstain.
James.
For.
King.
Abstain.
Knight.
For.
Knowles.
For.
Mahal. Moda. Abstain. None. Page. David Page.
Abstain.
Rosita Page. Rickman.
Abstain.
Sarfas.
For.
Scott.
Abstain.
Taylor.
For.
Wellband.
Abstain.
Woodowes.
For.
Worrell.
Abstain.
So with 16 votes in favour and 1 against, that's carried, Chairman.
Thank you, Leah. Okay, thank you, everyone. We can move on to the next item on the agenda. Which is the report number 8, the annual pay policy statement. I think Councillor Beadle, are you going to present that?
Thank you, Chair. Yes, should be less controversial, this one. There is a legal requirement on all local authorities to produce and publish a pay policy statement each year. This needs to be approved at full council and it is then published on the council website. The pay policy statement is a collection of facts and transparently sets out the council's approach to a range of issues relating to the pay of its workforce. The Localism Act 2011 and Section 2.6 of the Local Government and Housing Act 1989 places a statutory obligation on us to do this, and as such, there are no alternative options to consider. Therefore, the recommendation in the report is that Council note and adopt the pay policy statement for 2026-2027 as attached as Appendix A. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Councillor Beadle. Do we have a seconder for this report? Councillor Knight, second. Anyone like to speak on this report? No? No speakers? Okay, we can move to the vote then. Okay, we recorded vote, yeah?
No.
We're going to have a recorded vote, okay.
Straight from something, yeah.
Okay, right, we've got the report there, the annual pay policy statement, 2026-27. Can I have a show of hands to support this report, please?
It's pretty unanimous.
Is it pretty unanimous? Thank you, colleagues. Right, we have a bit more.
We just need to make sure we get councillors Page and signing back.
Oh, right, okay, we'll hold for the, rest of God. Now, we're going to have a look now in a moment at, report number 9, which is the political balance.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the other two.
Yeah, we'll wait for them. Get the balance. Right, do you just present this one there? Yep, one of them.
It's just councillor Knowles to propose it.
Councillor?
Councillor Knowles just to propose.
Oh, Councillor Knowles, yeah, okay. Yeah. We're all here?
Councillor Planning's gone home, so we're all here.
Okay, okay. Right, we're all here now, except anyone who's gone home. Okay, right, so the political balance, I think I'll call on Councillor Knowles to present this report, please.
Yeah, Chairman, it's very straightforward. The report's been prepared by the officers. It's detailed there. Don't see there's an awful lot of discussion to have on this, so I'll move as listed on the order paper.
Yeah, it looks very clear. Thank you very much, Councillor Knowles. We have a seconder for this report. Councillor Bannister, I think it was, wasn't it? Okay, so proposed by Councillor Knowles, seconded by Councillor Bannister. Can we have a show of hands on this report? Support it? Unanimous, is it unanimous?
Yeah.
Thank you. So we now move to item 10, which is any urgent business. I have not received any urgent business, so I feel we bring the meeting towards a close. Thank you all very much. Thank you.